And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum has completed interviewing prospective teachers at the county seat, and by now has selected one to replace Professor Sloan, who is leaving Pine Ridge. As we look in on the little community today, we find that Lum has just returned from his trip and is being barraged by questions from Abner and Grandpappy Spears. Listen.
Well, where is she, Lum? Whereabouts is a new teacher at?
Yeah, what does she look like, Lum?
Yeah, what's her name?
Well,
what's her
wait
name?
here. Wait, give a feller time to sit down and collect his thoughts together.
Oh.
He ain't even give me time to say hello, hardly.
Oh, here. Hello. Now, tell us about her, Lum. Tell us about her.
Well, let me get rested up a little first, Abner. That trip down from the county seat can be hard on a feller.
Yeah, well, here. Take this chair, then sit down and rest, but talk at the same time.
That's what I was aiming on doing.
Yeah.
Granny's, I'm wore to a frazzle. Wore to a frazzle.
Well?
You know, sometimes riding in that mail hack can be pretty tiresome.
It can.
Especially when that dadgum Ulysses Quincy orders a new cream separator from the mail order house.
Well, what difference does that make?
Well, it was so crowded in the mail hack, I had to hold that idiotic cream separator on my lap the whole trip.
You did?
Yeah, shipping weight 135 pounds. That's what it said on the box it was packed in. But I know good and well it weighed at least 1,000 pounds.
Why, Lon, you couldn't have held it if it weighed that much.
Well, it felt like it, I know that.
Well, it might have felt like it.
Well, how about the new schoolmarm, Lum? Whereabouts is she at?
Yeah, did you bring her back with you?
Well, no. No, she don't start teaching here till a week from Monday.
Oh, she don't?
No, Professor Sloan still has another week to go before he leaves.
Oh, I never know that. Never know.
Of course, I reckon she'll more than likely get here next week sometime so she can get sort of settled, located.
Ain't she settled down?
Well, yeah. She's got to find a place to stay and all that.
Oh, well, I just allowed she'd stay over at Sister Simpson's boarding house.
Well, she might at first, but that gets kind of monotonous staying over there. Especially with them meals Sister Simpson puts out.
Oh, yeah, bound to. Fact is, the boarders know exactly what day of the week it is by what she serves them for supper, they claim.
Oh, they don't need to ration her.
No.
I recollect when Miss Fredericks was a teacher here. She stayed at the boarding house for a while.
That's right, I believe she did, yeah.
Oh, she got tired of it. She moved out and taken a room over at the Pomeroy's.
Yeah.
And I know she was way yonder more satisfied there.
Why, she's bound to be. That Miss Pomeroy's an uncommonly good cook.
Oh, yeah, you bet your life she is.
That's as good a table as I ever pulled a chair to, I'll say
you're
that.
right there. She's a pigeon-toed good cook. Special on soda biscuits.
Oh,
Makes
yeah.
them great big ones.
Yes, she does. When that woman sets her head to it, she can turn out the soda biscuits.
Yeah,
But,
biscuits and gravy.
Yeah,
Brings
wait a
in
minute.
that gravy, you have to dig down to the bottom of the bowl to get the rust.
Yeah,
Always
that's what
fine.
I love. I love that. But, Grandpap, we ain't finding out nothing about the new school teacher here talking about it.
Yeah, that's right. What'd she look like,
If he's
Mom?
so hungry, I go over to Pomeroy.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Pine Ridge is going to have the best teacher it's ever had in its whole life.
Well.
When L. Eddard sets about to do a job, he does it. And this ain't no exceptions, neither. I have found us a teacher that is a teacher. Oh, she's a good
that
one.
sounds good.
Well, what does she look like,
Yeah,
Mom?
what's her name, Lon?
Yes, sir. I wish that when I was a young and I could have had the opportunity of being learned by a teacher like our scholars here are going to have from now on.
Doggy, she does sound like she must be a good one, all right.
Oh, she is. She is.
Well, that's what we need. What's her name?
Yeah, what does she look like, Lon?
Yeah, tell us, Lon. What's her name?
Well, sir, I had a pretty hard time making a decision, all right. But actually, this one I picked is head and shoulders above the rest of them.
Oh, big, tall woman, huh?
No, she ain't tall. I meant her record showed up way yonder better than the others.
Oh, I see.
What does she look like, Lon?
Yeah, what's her name?
Well, sir, I begin by saying that she's got brains.
Brains, huh?
Yeah.
Them's handy.
Yeah, the minute I set eyes on her, I said to myself, that woman there has got brains.
You said that, huh?
Yeah, and I weren't wrong, neither.
And her records show up pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah. She was the one to pick. Just weren't no two ways about it.
Well, Squire and Ezra and other members of the school board will be glad to hear that. They've been awful anxious to know who you're going to get.
Yeah, natural.
By the way, Squire Skimp wants you to call him up quick as you get time, too, Lon.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I'm aiming on calling a meeting of the board right away and give them a full report on my trip.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I know they're all
Well,
anxious.
what does the new school marm look like, Lon?
Yeah, what's her name? Is she one of the two good lookers that you sort of picked out for wherever you went to the county seat to interview them?
What two good lookers?
Well, you was looking at them pictures here, you know, and them letters that they sent you, you know.
Oh,
showed the
I
pictures.
just barely can recollect seeing them pictures.
Oh, well, is this woman pretty, Lum?
Well, that's cute. I don't believe I paid no attention to how she looked.
Huh?
Hardly.
Well, you must have looked at her when you was interviewing her, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, must have.
Well, I think so.
Yeah. Fact is, I interviewed her 4 or 5 times, just to make sure I was getting the right teacher, you understand.
Yeah. Well, you surely ought to know if she's pretty or not, then, if you talked to her that many times.
Yeah, you'd think I would have noticed that, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd say yes to that. Yes, you would.
Well, you know how I am, all business. I just say interested in her records and teaching experience and qualifications that I just plumb forgot to check on her beauty, sorter. Yeah, you'd think I'd use this little old brain of mine, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Think about stuff like that.
Your eyes, too. Leastways, you can tell us about her record, then. Long as that's all you found out about, you ought to know that.
Sure. I was aiming on telling you all that.
Yeah. What's her name?
Her name is Emmeline Platt.
Emmeline Platt.
Emmeline, yeah. Granny, if that ain't a pretty name. Miss Emmeline Platt.
Oh, she's a miss, huh? Ain't married.
Oh, I reckon she ain't. I don't know. I
Must
never
not
paid no
be.
attention.
She's missing.
All I know is she's got brains and a good record.
Yeah, well, now tell us about that good record. Whereabouts has she teach school before? That's what I want to know.
Well, let me see now. Have to study.
She has teach school before, ain't she?
Oh, sure. Natural.
Oh.
That was one of the main points I picked her on.
Yeah, well, I just figured it was.
Let me see now. I believe she taught in a big school in Little Rock for 11 years.
In Little Rock?
Or no, wait a minute. No, that was that homely hawk-nosed teacher that done that. Oh, she was a sight.
Oh.
She wouldn't eat her food. She'd just peck it.
Well, whereabouts did Miss Platt teach, Lum?
Just see her sitting up there at the teacher's desk gnawing on a cuddle bone.
Yeah, Lum, tell me and Grandpapa where she teach school. That's what we're
Yeah,
interested
sure.
in.
Well, I'm coming to that. Let me think now. 9 years at Blytheville.
Blytheville?
No, I think that was that big fat one with the thick glasses.
Doggone, Lum, the way you claimed you studied over this, I'd think you could at least recollect a little detail like that.
Well, see, I just got so many details in my mind, it's just hard to keep them all straight.
Oh.
I went all through the records of all them teachers backwards and forwards and every other which way.
You did, huh?
Oh, yeah, I studied them things. Then after the interviews, I went back and studied the records all over again. Weighed all their good points again their bad ones and compared one teacher again another, and I don't know what all.
Well, sounds like you must have worked at it all right.
Oh, I did. And that's how come I final pick out Miss Emmeline Platt.
By weighing her and all that, huh?
Yeah.
How much does she weigh?
Well, I don't know. Oh, I don't mean I actually set her on the scale, silly. I mean I just studied over all of her qualifications and balanced them up again the others, and she come out ahead.
Oh. Well, you sure ought to recollect where she teach school at before then, Lum.
Yeah, I'd think so, after all that pigeon-toed balancing and weighing you've been doing.
Why, sure.
I'm surprised they'd stand for it. Well, you know, there's two different ways to look at that subject.
Well, sure, but... Huh?
Sometimes I think maybe it's better if a teacher ain't done a whole lot of teaching before.
What, Lum, the other day you said you wouldn't even consider hiring nobody unless they'd had a heap of experience.
Did I say that?
That's what you sat right there in that chair and said the other day. You wanted a teacher with a lot of experience, you said. A brainy teacher.
That's right, I did. Then.
That's what you said.
Well, you see, that's the other way to look at it.
The other?
Yeah, but you see, if you get one that's had a lot of experience, well, maybe she gets in a rut. Can't think up no new ways to teach.
No, she might not.
There's no one way to add two and two. But now, on the other hand, if you get one that ain't done a whole lot of teaching, why, she'd be new and fresh at the job. Have a lot of new ideas and all that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. She must be pretty, huh?
Yeah, is that it, Lum?
I never said no such a thing. I'm just giving you some new slants on education, that's all.
Oh. Well, tell us some more about Miss Platt, Blatt, or whatever her name is.
Platt.
Well, whatever it is. Tell us more about her. Is she one of them college graduates?
Oh, sure she is. I think, anyways.
What college did she go to?
I believe she went to the University of Arkansas, or the University of Oklahoma, and some teacher's college. Wait a minute. That was that little squatty one. Where did Miss Platt take her education?
She did go to school, didn't she?
Oh, sure she did. Told that right in her records. I can see it just as plain. I wrote right down there in black and ink.
What did it say on there? That'll tell.
That's the only part I can't seem to recollect. It was there, though. I know, 'cause I sat there twixt interviews and studied her records over more than anybody else's.
You did?
Oh, I read every word on it. Practical memorized it. And that's why I picked her.
You did, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Miss Emmeline Platt. Never have saw such good records as that woman's got.
Emmeline Platt. Wait a minute here, Lum. Emmeline Platt. I believe that reminds me. I had something to tell you.
Has she called up here already?
No, but this envelope here. Now, let's see which pocket I put that thing in. I had it right here. Yes, here it is.
Oh, my
right
goodness.
here.
Has she wrote already? Is it special delivery?
No, this is about a week old, but it was in that batch of stuff that you picked up here to take to the county seat. I found it on the floor after you left.
Wait a minute. Let me see that.
Yeah, here it is. It's the records of Miss Emmeline Platt.
Huh? Her records?
Doggy, you sure must have good eyesight if you could sit in there at the county seat and read this clean out here in fine red.